scars on a map. Every golden age just a wind up for the snap. And we're here again at the zenith looking down, pretending we're the ones who won't hit the ground. We lose, we burn, we forgive, we build again on the same dead ground. The world remembers what we And the worst part was how good it felt to finally stop performing human and let the thing inside me be itself. And now it's glowing at the walls again. I can taste the copper and the bile. A beast too starved doesn't die politely, it just learns to hunt with a better smile. I have a beast and it has me, and neither one of us is free. It is the violence I was taught to hide, and the only honest thing that's still inside. I cannot kill it. I was never supposed to. We are the same sick animal, and it's time I fucking know. What if I was wrong about the beast? What if the monster isn't what I feed, but what grows in the dark when I pretend I don't bleed? What if the teeth are just the truth? I was too civilized to speak. What if the fire isn't the sickness, but the only part of me that isn't weak? Every prophet had a wilderness. Every god had a dragon to face. Not to slay, not to conquer, but to swallow and take its place. I'm done starving what I am, done apologizing for the blood. The beast is not my enemy. The beast is everything they feared because they knew it wasn't love. I am the fruit, I am the taste, I am the thing that moves beneath. Not your enemy, not your sin. I am the war that rages within. Take the beast, become the beast. The chain is off, the cage is torn. I didn't slay the dragon, I opened my mouth and swallowed the sun. Swallow the sun. Swallow the sun. Become the beast. Become what you are. I spent my whole life with my hands around my own throat, trying to choke the realest part of me into silence, calling my own blood a disease, calling my own fire a disorder. And I am done. I am so fucking done being at war with the only thing that ever told me the truth about myself. I have a beast and it has me, and neither one of us needs to be strong. It is the fury that keeps me alive, and the fire I was always meant to ride. I will not kill it. I will not run. We are the same animal, and we are finally done being afraid of what we've always been. The beast, the blood, the marrow, the sin. I open my throat and I let it sing, and the sound is the most honest fucking thing. taste of the thing that kills me. I know it by its first name. It sits across from me every morning, and I set the table just the same. I memorize the memory undoing every exit I break shut. I tell myself tomorrow will be different. Then I open up the cut. I can feel it in the back of my teeth, in the itch beneath my skin. That whisper that says just one more time, and I let the old friend in. I am the hand and the wound, the flame and the moth. I keep swearing on the ashes of every bridge I've already crossed. And I know this is how it ends. But the needle finds the nerve, and I'm gonna again. 3 months clean and I could taste the daylight. Felt the world come back in color. Then one bad night, one crack in the armor, and the color bled to nothing. And the worst part isn't the falling. The worst part is the climb you lose. It's looking at the people who believed you and watching hope drain from their eyes. I can hear it in the silence now. In every room I sit alone. That voice that says you were never healing. You were just between episodes. I am the hand and the wound, the flame and the moth. I keep swearing on the ashes of every bridge I've already crossed. And I know this is how it ends. But the needle finds the nerve, and I'm gonna again. My mother keeps a photo of the version of me she misses. Before the shaking hands, before the broken promises. And I wanna be him so badly, that ghost she still believes in. But every time I reach for him, he dissolves like I'm dreaming. And here it comes again, the familiar gravity. The pull I swore I needed, dragging me back underneath. And I'm bracing for the sting again. And I hate myself for reaching. And I'm reaching anyway. again. Fire Felt the tremor of the finite. I saw the universe reflected in his dimming eyes, and I understood that everything I love is borrowed light from dying stars. That every kiss, every word, every war is just a spark between the dark. And still we cling to meaning like it's oxygen. Still we build our monuments to permanence, knowing every single one will fall, knowing nothing answers when we go. isn't the betrayal. The worst part is the quiet after. When you sit in the ruins and realize you still miss them. That you take the knife out and let them hold you again. That even now, even knowing everything, you'd open the door. If they knock, but the door is ours now. And so is every word you ever said. I'll bury the version of you I loved, because that person is dead. Traitor. Traitor, liar, ghost in a human skin. You cut your name into my spine, and I wore it like a fucking sin. I trusted, you twisted. Every memory is poison out. I'll rip your roots out of my chest, even if that kills me. I don't care how. Was any of it real? I don't think it matters anymore. Was any of it real? I'm looking what's left of me behind a different door. I grew up in the shadow of a statue, built before I drew my first breath. They carved my future into the pedestal and never asked what I wanted instead. My father's name was a blueprint. My mother's pride was a cage. Every monster crumbles when the sun doesn't become the father. When the path they pave leads off a cliff, do they catch me or just build another? I am not the monument you built. I am not the name above the door. I am the crack running through the marble, and I can't hold this shape anymore. The cruelest part is that they meant well. They built the cage from good intentions and handed me the key to a cell. And I don't know who I am underneath the expectations. If you stripped away the name, would there be anything remaining? Or did they build me so completely there's nothing underneath? That's mine! I wanna tear the name out of my throat. I wanna burn the portrait in the frame. I wanna stand in the ashes of their vision and find out if I exist outside the claim. I know it looks like throwing it away, but the life you built for me is killing me. And I can't die for you another day. I am not the monument you built. I am not the name above the door. I am the crack running through the marble. But maybe that's what the light is for. And the whole tapestry unraveled in my hands. Behind the picture was the scaffolding. Behind the scaffolding was sand. I read the book that was never meant for me, the one they locked behind the pleasant lie. And now I see the wiring underneath every handshake, every lullaby. And you can't unknow what the knowing does. Can't unsee the gears behind the face. I bit the fruit and now the garden's gone, and there's nothing growing in its place. found there held the truth out like a torch. They smiled and turned back to the shadow play and left me standing on the porch. And I hated them for their comfort, then I hated myself for the hate, and I envy the sleep I'll never have again, and the bliss on every dreaming face. You can't put the venom back inside the fan, can't stitch the sky once you've seen it torn. I didn't ask for this, I didn't want this, but the knowing is a nail and I am worn. Now I walk among you like a stranger, wearing the skin of who I used to be. You see the world in colors I remember, but all I see is the machinery, and these eyes cannot close. These eyes cannot close, and I am so tired of seeing. There's a Greek word, aletheia. It means truth, but literally it means unforgetting. The removal of the veil. The Greeks understood that truth isn't something you gain, it's something you can't escape. And Cassandra was never cursed with prophecy, she was cursed with being believed by no one. She saw the fall of Troy before the first stone crumbled, and she screamed and screamed, and they smiled at her like she was dreaming. And I understand her now, God, I understand her now. She didn't go mad because she saw the future, she went mad because she saw it alone. And I am screaming at a world that's sleeping. The walls are made of glass but no one's looking, and I would trade everything I know it felt like peace. They tried to bury me in the dark. They didn't know I was the sea. Every scar they carved into my skin turned to armor, turned to guts. Stand the fuck up. They don't get to tell you when to play. Stand the fuck up. Rip the color off and bare your teeth. I'd rather die on my feet with my middle finger raised than spend one more second in the prison that they made. Unchained, unbroken. Unchained, unbroken. Every word a weapon, every spit defiance. I am the uprising. I am the riot and the silence. I wear my damage like a crown.